Hello,
Hey there,
how are
how are
you?
you doing? I'm fine, thanks. Can you
Glad
see
to
me
see
properly?
you.
Nice to finally meet you.
Exactly. We've been in correspondence for quite a while, and then we decided to go live. And oh my God, I was impressed by Michaela's profile and biography. And we were selecting the topic and the questions. And I will just right now introduce Michaela to you guys and our topic and our questions. So, Michaela is a teacher from Argentina. She's a teacher of English and Spanish. She is Delta qualified. She's also bachelor's at TEFL, specialized in materials design and teacher research. She's been a remote teacher in British Council, and she's been teachers coordinator for 4 years. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And what we will be talking today about is teacher development and our motivation, our burnouts, and our dreams and all what we are going through right now. So Michaela will be sharing her experience, how she's supporting the teachers and how she's coordinating them and helping them, her insights of current situation, offline, online, how she's supporting the teachers. So all of the tips and tricks we will be covering today. And apart from this, I just right now recommend you, dears, to follow Michaela. Make sure to follow her Instagram, and she also has YouTube channel, and she has a lot of the helpful resources and materials for teachers, which, Michaela, could you please give us an idea of, just from you to hear about it? What are the materials and what teachers can find on your profile?
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. Very flattering, by the way. Yes, a little bit of everything of the resources I find online. I think most of them are hacks that make my life easier and then also can help students and interact with students in a different way. And from tips and apps to record videos and add subtitles to teaching videos, up to how to organize your lessons, your schedule. And yeah, I'm mostly focused on remote teaching because that's what I do, that's what I'm interested in at the moment. But I also always add um, topics and things that can be of interest to anybody, any teacher. For example, one of my recent posts is on self-observation and how important that is.
We will touch this for sure. I think was my next question, because first of all, I wanted to comment just right now that Michaela is being just modest. If you guys check her profile, and you will see each and every post is so helpful. So I just don't want to repeat this stuff, because we have a lot of interesting questions to cover. Just make sure to check her profile and check the links which she's sharing, because indeed there are the resources which you can exactly download, and I went through them, and they're so nicely organized and so sweet and so just cheerful when you simply even download the schedule plan, the monthly plan, the design, which Michaela, I don't know if you do it exactly.
Yeah, on Canva, everything. But
You see,
yeah,
you're so talented. So it cheers you up, and you can just print it or save it on your PC, on your desktop, and just use it, because the person has put her time there and just created it. And even when you create the simplest design, even in Canva, it takes time. So a lot of passion and love was put there. So I'm sure if you just go and download, it will just bring you positive emotions. So make sure to check it out. And Michaela, as a teacher coordinator. Can you please give us a bit more idea of the job itself? How did you come to this? What does it mean to be a teacher coordinator? What do you do? How many teachers you have there? And exactly what is interesting during this time, this tough year which we've all been going through, what was your input to the teachers' daily lives, and what are you working on? How does it look like?
Yes, well, first of all, I am coordinating a team of 13 teachers, along with a team of 7, 8 coordinators. And what I mainly do is to guide them in their everyday teaching tasks, which is part of a flipped classroom environment. So we need to create the material, set up the platform. We use Schoology, and we need to upload everything, the videos, and also make sure the activities are well set. And then, of course, have telepresence sessions. I mean, we call that the live sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, follow up with classroom teachers, because in the project we are working in, the schools are in Uruguay, so we need to follow up with the classroom teachers. We coordinate with them, lots of communication to be on the same page and help the kids. So yes, lots of meeting with the remote teachers, lots of follow up on how they are doing. If they find any challenge, then yeah, I need to be there to help them. And I'm really, really glad that all of my remote teachers are just great, really, really fabulous. And yes, they always find new ways to do things and also share. So that's like a really bright community.
Nice.
And really,
So
really great.
was it your project, your private project, or is it within the British Council community of the teachers? What does it look like?
No, yeah, this is my job at the British Council at the moment. Yes, we
Oh,
are
oh,
working on
so
a
you're
remote
in the
teaching project.
Mm-hmm. So you're in the communication with the teachers from Argentina and Uruguay?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Remote teachers of English with classroom teacher who do not necessarily know English. They are, classroom teachers,
yeah.
and they are there for the group of students,
Nice. So, do you have kind of supportive syllabus for them, or do you go just live to have a meeting where the teacher is sharing her, let's say, challenge, and you just on the go support them, or do you have some kind of plan, the scheme which you follow in order to improve this or that situation?
Yes, we have sort of a contingency plan prepared, because, coming from experience, we know more or less what challenges our remote teachers will find. So yeah, we also have an induction program where we train teachers on the main areas needed in remote teaching. For example, defining what distance learning is, defining what remote learning is, their differences, their challenges, the learning environment, because face-to-face lessons are different from remote lessons, and hybrid teaching is also different. And then we need to have those concepts very clear before starting, and that's within the induction program. And then we have, yes, different follow-up sessions on these, of course, but there are always small challenges that may appear.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we need to follow them up.
I think such a question I will ask you now, because I assume just that all teachers from different countries, they would be interested to hear whether we all have kind of the same problems or the problems are different. So throughout this year that we've been kind of on distance learning, what would you say, has the situation improved within the skills between the teachers and students, the organization of the lessons, how the lessons are going, how teachers and students are interacting, what are the lessons which your teachers learned and some skills that they gained and improved and now excel, and which of those which they still need to improve and go through?
Very good question, I must say. First of all, I think it was first lots of teacher training on how to do everything, because at the very beginning we went to the office or to the school, to deliver lessons, but then we had to train ourselves to work from home, to track our lessons and find a new system. I think that part was the hardest part at all, and also to find a work-life balance, especially when we were quarantined, and then we had to try and find not to be working 14 hours a day. I think from that perspective it was very challenging. And then from the academic perspective, I think it took a lot more of learner training on different uses of technology and on very basic things. For example, how to join a conference or an online session, and the online etiquette, to mute your microphones and turn on your camera, all these kind of things, which are very basic. And then something that I find really challenging, that I think we need to go working on, is the interaction. Student-student interaction. Because, with adults, I think it's easier, but with children, because of child protection policies, we cannot get them to go to break of rooms or any kind of private rooms online. And that's something challenging, because we really profit from these opportunities. Learners can interact, and these interactions are meaningful, are real interactions. And that's something I'd like to focus on this year, to really promote that interaction.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for all of the details. I think the issues, the more I speak to teachers from different countries, I think we are all in the same situation and go through the same challenges, and pretty similar ones. Yeah, so anyway, this all is the development for us, even when we are forced to do it, or it's been kind of not planned, but we are learning from this. But apart from this, what is the teachers' development there in Argentina? Are teachers of the state schools or private schools provided with any kind of development programs? Are they sponsored? Are they helped, kind of paid, or teachers go through them on their own? And what does it mean actually there, from your perspective, the teacher's development?
Well, in Argentina in general, there are not too many free opportunities for teachers of English, as far as I know. At the British Council, we provide a free induction program. It's not free, it's actually paid. And we provide for ongoing professional development. But I think that the opportunities, there aren't too many, to be honest. There are programs within the state schools, I am aware, but I don't think there are too many. Mm-hmm. That's what I can tell about the topic.
No worries. What is teacher development for you? How do you develop?
Oh, my favorite question, my favorite part. Yeah, I have my own way of how can I say, of developing as a teacher. And as I told you in our chats before, I really struggled to find my niche in a way until I did my second degree in teaching, that in Argentina we say licenciatura, equivalent to a bachelor's. When I found that teacher research is really something which combines teaching, learning, and a little bit of science. So that's when I really found something that motivated me. And I really focused on teacher research for a couple, I don't know, the past 3 years. And yeah, I was focused on different topics throughout every year, I would say. For example, 2 years ago, I started with language upgrade with young learners. I really thought that we need to provide opportunities for learners to develop, because we've got learners who already in a way they manage all the language, the learning outcomes, so wish to take them to a higher level. And I really think that we need to work on language upgrade. So that was my first project, and then I started working on this as part of the reflective teaching scheme that we'll talk about later. And that's how I found my same motivation. That's why I think that the teachers should also find something that really, really motivates them, because that's key to be alive in your profession, you know? Because sometimes we feel that our career is kind of flat and we need something to lighten you up. So I think that's a very good way to find something that sparks your mind.
I love the way how you put it, actually, that you you follow the one project, then you find out another kind of aspect or problem or challenge, and you followed another path. This is so motivating indeed. And actually, I forgot to mention, that's my bad, but I shared it in stories that it already happened that you delivered the speech at the conference, the TESOL conference in Spain, and it was about neuroscience in education.
Yes, that's my last baby. Yeah, actually.
Why this topic? Can you give us an idea? How do you got there into this topic and got interested and decided to deliver the speech on it?
So I decided to take a course on English for Resilience by the British Council. And one of the modules was really focused on neuroscience and the impact on challenging behavior in class. And I found that really, really interesting. And I also thought that that is a topic that almost every teacher should know about. I mean, how to manage distressed students, and what are the best ways to calm them down in case they are misbehaving, and what's the mindset we should have. And that, for me, that was a game changer, really. So that's why I decided to go deeper in this topic and do my research and work on this. And yeah, it was last Sunday, sorry. Yeah. So thank you, everybody who were there. Thank you so much. You're so
Was it the first speech at a conference that you delivered?
Yeah, my first time. I delivered the presentations overseas. I've done many here and in Uruguay, but that was my first one overseas, and at TESOL Spain. So I'm really, really happy.
You, and I hope many more to come. It's just the beginning, as they say.
Yay! I hope, yes.
You mentioned this. You mentioned this reflective teaching professional development scheme. Can you give us more idea here?
Well, that had an interesting beginning, because we had We were 3 teachers. We had different ideas in mind, and one of us wanted to focus on teacher research. That was me, of course. And then the other teacher wanted to create an action research, like a bigger project. And one of the other teachers wanted to focus on more of the theoretical part, like foster and writing for professional development for teachers. So we had this library at the remote teaching center, so we wanted to do this. So we got together with our land manager, and then she told us, why don't you get together, the 3 of you, and create something out of this? And then, yes, we decided to create a scheme. At the beginning, we were only 5 teachers. We got together and discussed our main challenges of the week. And then we read a portion of an academic writing related to teaching, sometimes not, but it had to be academic writing. And then we thought of ways to overcome those challenges. And then in the subsequent sessions, every teacher focused on one challenge or one teaching problem, let's say. And out of that, we created focus groups. So then all the teachers that had doubts or questions related to the certain teaching challenge, they could resort to that one. And that's something we want to continue doing this year. And this was really useful. For example, some of the areas where pairing up learners, a strong learner with a weak learner, in order to improve interaction, in order to have helpers in the classroom as well. So that was something really interesting. And many types of challenges and things. The other one that I mentioned before about motivating learners and upgrading their language, that was also another topic. Coordination with the classroom teacher, how to build a better rapport with the classroom teacher was another of the topics and questions as well.
Excellent. And so it is like a membership, like a club. So you meet on regular basis with the teachers. Does it happen like this? And
exactly.
If anyone wants to join, what are the rules?
It's completely voluntary. It's not paid like the other. It's completely voluntary, and we try to keep the sessions independent. So if the teacher can, they can still come the other session and still get an idea of what's happening in a way. And we upload everything on the same platform we teach, so everything is there handy for everybody to have a look at if they are interested in or have questions or doubts. But it's within the remote teaching center at the British Council as well.
Excellent. So do I understand correctly that anyone who is watching our session right now can just go to your website, check out the details, and join any session independently as they wish? No,
it's only for British Council staff. That's what I mean. Okay. But I'm also thinking of creating this for anybody who can join, apart from that, because I think it's really empowering, especially for remote teachers working in isolation, that they don't have a support, and so that's really great because it creates a sense of community as well.
As you were describing it, I completely imagined it, when the teachers meet and share. It's like, what they call it right now, it's not brainstorm, it's mastermind, if I'm not mistaken, they call it. Like, you know, that people are coming and sharing their problems, and everyone is contributing into the challenge that the person is going through, and kind of providing the support to each other, and as you said, kind of focus on some particular challenge for some time. That sounds just amazing. That's a very good idea, of course. So everyone who is watching our session right now, our live stream, please leave a comment saying, I want, I will come. Just open it, please, for me, because I'm there. Just let us know. Let Michaela know that you would like to participate.
It was actually it's actually what you say. I found myself learning a lot from the corridor chats, you know, like, oh my God, you know, this application I'm using, this is so helpful. Something like small comments, or I'm doing this with this teacher, with this school, with this group, and it's really working and all that. So those comments also are really helpful. And I also thought that it's also necessary to provide teachers with a more horizontal way of professional development, because it's not, I mean, it's good to have training sessions and webinars and all that, but then I think it's good to get teachers talk, what to say, what they really feel, what they really want to say, and talk about their experiences, you know. That's why.
Why don't you open such a room on Clubhouse? Like,
oh,
I
my
don't know,
my
on a weekly basis with the topic. Because anyway, you would be open in this as a free basis, am I correct? So like anyone can join.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Like on Clubhouse, you have it regularly. I
Yeah,
will be
that'd
the
be
first
great,
to join
actually.
Pinar as well, saying that she will come.
Of course, that'd be great. Actually, I've got a Telegram channel, but yes, Clubhouse is more for speaking, so that's better, a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works for you, obviously, and the most important for your audience, what teachers prefer. But yeah, I actually love this idea that sometimes we can organize such video chats, you know, and just hear each other and see each other. But this Clubhouse idea is also very nice because you can just join, and only voice is needed, you know. You don't need any kind of preparation. You just come and share whatever you think and whatever you feel just within the topic which is there.
That's fabulous. I agree. Yes.
That's a nice idea. And Michaela, you mentioned the motivation. So what do you think? How can we stay engaged? How can we go through all of the burn down? What are the practical solutions that you maybe come through and you suggest to your colleagues, to your teachers who say like, I don't have any more motivation, I'm down?
Yes, that happens. I mean, that happens to all of us at some point. And yeah, what I think is you should, first of all, try to self-observe your lessons and focus on one thing. For example, don't know, teacher talk time, and analyze it and find areas for improvement within your teaching practice. That's a way of getting focused and getting motivated, I believe. It can be any area, actually. You don't have to focus on everything. And also, I think it's good to focus on the things you're doing well as well, right? It's good, because that's why I think self-observation, I'm a big fan of self-observation. That's why I think that self-observation is so powerful, because you get to see how great you're doing things or what you really want to improve. I think that's a starting point. And also the next step could be getting somebody to observe your lessons. That's also really, really helpful. In my case, I've got, I observe my teachers, my colleagues come and observe me. But if you don't have anybody, you can, call a teacher friend, or you can download a recording of your lesson and share with them. And that's a way of starting, getting motivated, I believe, or that at least that worked for me. Other ways, engaging in materials creation, engaging in creating games, engaging content for students, because that's where you will start enjoying your lessons. And of course, students will love your lessons. But I think that the first thing to bear in mind is to enjoy what you're doing and engage in preparation. That's why I created an online course also on materials design, especially games, and how to make the classroom more interactive and more funny in a way. For you as a teacher, and of course for your students, but I think that we really need to think of it as profitable for us as well.
Very nice idea, which you are saying. Absolutely agree. If I may, I'm gonna simulate a situation, if you allow me. Let's go through this. Let's say that I'm demotivated, okay, and I'm done. I have burnout, and I know that I'm not delivering the full potential. I'm trying because I'm there for my students, but still I'm kind of half that, but let's say, okay, too tired. And I've been creating the teaching material, my materials for lessons, and I'm just tired, eyes tired, head tired, everything. And the idea which I liked, you said, kind of record your lesson, right, and have a look what was there just from a side, because you will see all the improvements which you can make. But I cannot force myself to do it, meaning I'm too much afraid of myself. I know that I'm not delivering the full potential, and I'm even afraid to see it, but I know that it is necessary. What kind of advice you would give me? How to overcome this fear?
Wow, first of all, you need to rest. No, I'm kidding. Well, it may happen that the teachers are too tired. That's also the truth, yes. So we need to get together and analyze a bit your routines. Maybe we can revise something that you're not doing so well, for example, organizing the lessons. Maybe we can optimize the time there. So time management is very important as well. And as for being afraid of watching your lessons, I mean, don't watch your lessons, get somebody else to watch your lessons, and think of it as a development process. Observing lessons is developmental, not judgmental. Think that the person who will observe your lessons is trying to help you to see the positive side of it, and there is going to be a really positive experience, and that you should definitely try it out. I don't know if I answer all your questions.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just imagining. Yes, this is probably the answer which I mean, this is not my situation. I'm just, trying to predict even for the future if it happens tomorrow. Who knows? But that's a very nice idea, actually. Here is my lesson. I'm not gonna watch it, but you please watch it and help me. Yeah, that's a very nice idea.
Yeah, it may happen, I know. It's weird to see your face on screen, I know. But yeah, sometimes you feel really embarrassed of yourself. But that's when you, okay, I need to improve this. And then you start brainstorming how you can improve. And that's really
you have applauses in the comments.
Thank you, Miss ELT.
Yeah,
I can't see her name.
All right, so then, Michaela, can you please share what are your sources of motivation and inspiration, if it is apart from, let's say, maybe observing colleagues or reading, researching the teacher's materials, anything else that motivates and just inspires you?
Yes, I think everybody can inspire you, what can inspire me in this case, you're asking me. I use lots of applications. I am on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Twitter, and I use these apps. For example, when I want to do research on a topic or get inspired to create a lesson, I use hashtags, for example, here on Instagram, and get lots of brilliant ideas by lots of teachers around the world. And I thought that's really inspiring. And also, of course, different web pages or on Facebook as well. The British Council Remote Teaching Group, for example, is open for everybody, by the way, or Teaching English British Council as well. And I follow several topics related to teaching. I also follow Rachel Roberts. She's a brilliant ELT coach, and she has also very nice ideas to work as an entrepreneur, as a remote teacher. And yeah, I get really inspired for those, and many more accounts. I can't remember now all of them, but they're really interesting sites out there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I see. Thank you. If I may ask, what are the future plans in the project that you are running out? You may announce everything and just invite everybody.
Well, yes. I of course I plan to grow. I am planning to launch my online course on different online courses platforms like Udemy, for example, and Coursera and the sort of the like. And I will relaunch also my speaking club space for teachers to practice their speaking skills, because as non-native speakers of English, our English tends to get rusty. So
we need to constantly develop it. That's right.
Exactly. So that's something that I plan to go on working on. And also the other developmental schemes, like how to become a better remote teacher, where of course I share and develop all what I've learned throughout these years working as a remote teacher, as a remote teacher coordinator, to better optimize teachers' experience in the remote context. And as well, I want to create another. I'm still deciding if a course or a webinar on techniques based on neuroscience applied to education, and how to make lessons more engaging, and also how to manage difficult behavior, as I am already doing research on this topic. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Excellent. I wish you all the success with all of the projects. Of course, a lot of inspiration, ideas, energy, and time to launch everything and to have it done and started and just be successful. Nicola, thank you so much for this session which we had. So it was our common introduction to each other about the ideas which we actually have. Michaela is sharing her experience and the projects which she is going through, but I hope that we will meet again to talk about any of those in deep details from the practical maybe perspective or kind of theoretical, that you may maybe share the experience how to organize such clubs or such communities for teachers, so that other teachers in their countries and their cities can also follow you and just ask you for any advice or even consultation. So we can think of it. What do you think?
I think that's brilliant, and thank you so much for your time, for your encouragement. I think that's great support, and yeah, everybody should follow your account and subscribe to your YouTube channel, which is brilliant. So
Yeah,
plenty of
thank
fabulous
you.
ideas.
Thank you. This interview will be transferred to, it will be saved here, obviously, but it will be transferred to YouTube channel as well. And if we are going to have another session, so that those will happen on YouTube, of course.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Yes. I hope you stay safe, sound, be blessed, healthy. Yeah, and everyone is looking forward to seeing each other fly. I hope.
You too. I hope you're well, you stay safe at home, and yeah, and that everybody gets better around the world.
Yes, thank you, Michaela. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, please hit the follow button here on Instagram and subscribe button to both our channels on YouTube, and see you there and see you next time, and all the best to you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.